Hello, everyone. Welcome back to FunDERMentals with Dr. Adobe Obasi. I'm a physician scientist board certified in dermatology and dermatopathology. November is National Healthy Skin Month. So in this video, I wanted to discuss some truths about the skin that most people don't know. The first thing is that all skin is unique based on your unique genetics, lifestyle, diet, and environmental factors. It is important for you to learn about your own skin's unique health needs so that you can enjoy beautiful, blemish, healthy skin that is not stinging, itching, burning, or otherwise uncomfortable and looking dull or aging prematurely. Check out my previous video on the 7 deadly sins of skincare, which is just a dramatic way to describe 7 common skincare mistakes that people have that results in unhealthy skin or flares of skin diseases. The link will be in the caption below. The second truth is that everyone has their own unique skin signature, as I mentioned before, based on genetics, your environment, your diet, and your lifestyle. And it's important to understand that unique skin signature. Your skincare regimen has to be individualized. You cannot fall for broadly marketed products and use your skin as an experimental testing ground for different products. You have to understand your skin and then be very individualized and directed in how you use these products, and especially what products you do purchase or use on your skin. What may work for a friend, a family member, or coworker may not work for you in the same way or using the products the same way. So again, very important to understand your own skin and target your skincare regimen for your unique skin signature. The next truth is that although everyone has a unique skin signature, in the same way that all humans need air, water, and food to survive, every skin type needs 3 basic requirements. The first is gentle cleansing. The next is moisturizers, and the last is sun protection. And I'll go into these 3 requirements in a little bit of detail. Gentle cleansing is a requirement because living in the world around you, you are subject to different things from the air settling on your skin. These can include toxic chemicals as well as allergens, things that rev up your immune system, from pollution, from different natural elements, as well as from atmospheric elements, smog, and things produced by human industries such as car industries, the farming industry, which are necessary for our day-to-day lives, but unfortunately they have pollutants that get into the air. Other things like smoking, and believe it or not, even flatulence, farting from livestock, from human beings, releasing hydrogen sulfide, all of those things get into the air and now have to settle at some point, and the skin, being the barrier to the human body, gets bombarded with a lot of these items and chemicals and gases. The other thing of concern that settles on the skin are germs. So people that get sick, they're coughing, sneezing, livestock, as well as the natural environment. There are germs all around us, and a lot of them can settle on the skin. And some of them are disease-causing germs that can now trigger abnormal features on the skin that most people find undesirable. Therefore, cleansing is essential. Now, the type of cleanser and the frequency of cleanser is what needs to be individualized. Patients that have oily skin may benefit from foaming cleansers, while patients that have dry skin may benefit from hydrating cleansers. It is important to know, though, that every given person may require hydrating cleansers sometimes, as well as foaming cleanser other times, based on diet and lifestyle and other triggers that can cause changes in the skin. So the skin is not just one blanket or one canvas that is the same throughout. There are different triggers that can cause different effects and therefore need different products to keep the skin healthy. cleanser should be gentle, avoiding harsh chemicals, preservatives, and other items in the cleansers, fragrances, for example, that may irritate the skin barrier, making the skin cells unhealthy, and then preventing them from doing their function as effectively. So you want to get a gentle, minimal preservative containing cleanser. And now using that cleanser depends on your skin type and how your skin is in that given moment. So for some patients or some people in general, depending on their hormone levels, their diet, their environment, their stress level, the skin may need more hydration because it dries out easily. And as well as the weather, it's very common that the weather can trigger changes in the skin where some patients may require more hydration in their cleansers during those times, while other times they're a little bit more oily and therefore may require more foaming cleansers. So just kind of listen to what your skin needs are and address that in that moment. Also, some people may need to wash their face twice a day or 3 times a day because they're just producing a lot of oils for the reason I just described, while others may get away with a once a day cleansing regimen, especially at nighttime, to cleanse all the toxic chemicals, preservatives, germs that may have settled on the skin throughout the day. So it's important to know what your skin type is when you cleanse your skin. Does your skin immediately start to produce oils, or does it stay tight and dry? That is an initial guide, and that feature may change over time or with certain triggers in your environment. So listen to what your skin needs and address it appropriately. Moisturizing of the skin is so critical that the skin actually makes its own moisturizers, what we call the natural moisturizing factors. So the skin was created and evolved over time to optimize making its own moisturizers. But in the environment, there may be some skin types that need additional moisturizing. And that's where it's important to know that and get the right product for your skin, as well as use it in the right frequency or at the right times of the day. Again, like cleansers, the needs will change based on your diet, your stress, your environment, your genetics. So you have to pay attention and use the appropriate products, whether it's an oil-rich moisturizer if you tend to have dryness of your skin, or in certain areas, combination skin, or humectants or water-based moisturizer if you tend to have oily skin. You may need to moisturize twice a day, or once a day, or every other day. It all depends on what your skin needs are in that given moment. It is okay to change things up. It's not one size fits all, and it's not a canvas that only one item should be enough over time. The needs will change. Now, like moisturizers, sun protection is also a critical requirement for the skin, so much so that the skin also evolved its own sun protection factors, which is the pigment called melanin, specifically eumelanin, which is a brown-black pigment. This is what I call an intrinsic sun protection factor. Now, given our environments, we may and most likely need extrinsic or external sun protection factors, or what we call sunscreens, to add additional protection from the intense ultraviolet light exposure that the skin is bombarded with, which can cause damage. As I mentioned before, there are 2 types of melanin. There's a pheomelanin, which is reddish orange, resulting in more fair skin types if it's a higher ratio in the skin. And then there's eumelanin, which is brown-black, that results in more of the sun protection features of melanin and is more prevalent in darker skin types. Most skin types are a blend or a combination of each of these 2 types of melanin. It is important to apply sunscreen daily before you leave the house, because the sun exposure is one thing, resulting in ultraviolet light exposure that can damage DNA, as I described in the previous video. So applying a good quality sunscreen, and I tend to recommend the mineral sunscreens because they reflect or bounce off the sun rays from the skin versus absorbing the sun rays, which chemical sunscreens do, like a sponge. So bouncing the sun rays from the skin using a zinc or titanium dioxide containing sunscreen is a little bit better tolerated by the skin. Now, it's important to know that even internal light fixtures may emit some light waves that can damage the skin. So the sun protection is not just for when you're outside or at the beach for a prolonged period of time. It's also for when you're inside, because it does add up over time, the daily exposures of harmful light rays from either internal lights or from the sunlight. So again, a gentle cleanser, a good quality moisturizer that fits, both of them fitting your type of skin when your skin needs it, and a good quality mineral sunscreen are 3 basic needs of the skin. No skincare regimen is complete without these 3 basic items. The next truth is the skin has its own immune system. Like the gut and the lungs, these 3 organs are in contact directly with the external environment. The air we breathe goes down from your sinuses to your lungs, so things in the air gets access to the tissues of your sinuses and your lungs. The food we eat and what we drink has direct contact with the lining of the gut, as well as I mentioned before, things that settle from the environment directly on the skin. The skin, being the largest organ in the body, now has a body surface area that can introduce good things into the body, but also harmful things into the body. So a healthy skin is critical to prevent and be a barrier against harmful toxins, chemicals, allergens, which are things that aren't infectious, but they trigger an immune response, and infectious agents that are in the world around us, because the world is full of good germs and bad germs. So in all these areas, we have probiotics, we have good bacteria, the skin, the lungs, the gut. These 3 organs are important for survival because they enable us to tolerate the environment. The skin, the gut have good bacteria that maintains a healthy balance, as well as the sinus tract, the respiratory system. These 3 organs have good beneficial bacteria and microbes that keep the lining in balance and protect the lining from harmful bacteria or harmful germs. Could be bacteria and viruses, yeast, fungus. So these are important to maintain. The truth is, the skin needs these probiotics, these good bacteria that produce chemicals that help the pores, help the skin stay healthy, remove some toxins, and also gets rid of the disease-causing versions of the bacteria or disease-causing germs that may settle on the skin. In the same way, the gut needs probiotics, the good bacteria that helps produce vitamins, that helps produce other useful chemicals, helps digest food, and helps keep away bad germs. The same process happens in the sinuses. The skin has a similar feature. So I hope I've shed some light on truths that a lot of people don't know about their skin. Please subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, as well as the like button, and leave a comment below if there are other truths that you found a lot of people around you don't know about their skin. You are all fundamentally awesome. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving. There's a lot to be grateful for. And have a wonderful day, and God bless. Bye-bye.